Hi, I'm Gary Mabbutt. I'm a Tottenham Hotspur Global Club Ambassador, and I'm here at White Hart Lane. We've got a fantastic event today, which is the men's over 50s walking football. I've been involved in walking football in London for the last 10 years now. We had a big event at the West Ham Stadium a couple of years ago, and what it is generally is for giving people who are over the age of 50, they're over 60s as well, that basically can come along, get the camaraderie of being in a team. It all works fantastically, but it's walking football. There's no running allowed, there's no contact allowed, so there's no injuries allowed basically. And yes, they do get very competitive though, but again it's all about trying to keep people of that age fit and healthy, and getting them out and about, getting them involved in the games. It keeps them fit, it keeps them healthy, and more importantly, say that camaraderie of being in a group again, bringing them all together. I think people need that, and walking football is a great way of doing it. So we have men's walking football, we have women's walking football, all different age groups. There's one yesterday here which is women's over 40s age group. So yeah, it all works fantastically well, and on a beautiful day like today, they come out and just say have a great time, but most importantly, they're keeping themselves healthy.
I'm down from the London Inclusion Sports Academy. We found that walking football's got a unique way of appealing to and serving people who maybe aren't going to get much out of mainstream kind of quite elite sport. It's perceived to be lower risk, have lower requirements for kind of getting going, and also that perception is true. It is accessible and it is easy to take part in, and you do kind of the less injuries are generated. It's a kind of safe, sustainable thing.
We really appreciate Spurs inviting us up here for this tournament. This is the third year we've been up and played, and it's just nice to play other teams. And they've got some great refs today, which is very important in walking football. I mean, for some of these guys, walking football is life changing. You know, that's what gets them out of bed in the morning. They get excited, and to wear the shirt of the team that you support. But even if you don't support Chelsea, and some of ours don't, you know, we have some Spurs and Arsenal fans playing for Chelsea, but just the joy of playing against other clubs and things like that. Actually, one of the goalkeepers for one of our Chelsea teams is a Spurs fan, so we're watching very carefully.
I got involved. I used to work for an organisation called Sporting Memories Network, help people with dementia, isolation, depression, and Fulham actually at the time they did a programme with their walking football. I've always played football throughout my life, and I think it's absolutely brilliant to see guys coming back at this age and this stage playing football, still competitive, sometimes too competitive, but actually it's just the whole camaraderie thing. And I think for a lot of guys I know people who say it's the best form of activity they do in the week, and it just reminds them of when they were a kid, really. Reminds them of being in the playground, so I think it's great.
So walking football is now approaching 20 years old. Started out as a couple of older people just wanted to stretch their legs again, and it's taken off from there to where we are today, attracting ourselves from Portsmouth, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Watford and laytonorient. It's gone all the way up to international level. You can play for regional football for the South East, or you can play for England if your desire is still there. It's aimed at the gentler side of the game, so it's 3 touches which minimises injuries. No running is very difficult to manage, but most people try, and it's most of the time played in the right spirit, and that's the all-important thing. Lots of my team members here hadn't kicked a football for 30 odd years, so to get back playing football and then playing competitive football, we haven't won today. We won at a competition in Worthing on Monday, and at 65, to still win something at football, which is a great passion, is enormous.
I was a bit sceptical at first because walking, but since I've done it, it's been absolutely beneficial for my health. I've met loads and loads of friends and out in the community, some old school friends. The coach actually is someone I used to knock around with in Tottenham, so I know quite a few people out of this, which I didn't know it would happen. I'm so glad, and I highly recommend it. I've had my brother in this and a couple of old mates that are in over 50s, so if anyone's thinking of doing it, it's definitely a plus for me. You must do it, otherwise you'll regret it, so it's definitely one to do.